Finding providers and supports for your NDIS plan. Making informed choices for your NDIS supports. Today, we'll discuss how to find supports and what to look for. Green flags versus red flags, your relationship with your support worker. We will also look at managing supports, who your support worker is there for, and service agreements. Acknowledgement of country. We would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land where we meet. We recognise their continuing connection to land, water, and community, and pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. We would also like to acknowledge people with disability, their families, carers, and supporters, and those individuals that have experienced or are experiencing violence, abuse, neglect, and exploitation. About AFDO. The Australian Federation of Disability Organisations, AFDO, AFDO, represents 41 disabled people's organisations across Australia. AFDO advocates for the rights of people with disability and supports their independence, including self-management of NDIS plans. Hello, I'm Cheryl Knight, and I'm a disability activist, expert consultant, and sector professional with lived experience of multiple disabilities. This video is part of an AFDO project in partnership with the Extra Foundation to provide financial literacy resources for NDIS participants. I'll guide you through the process of finding and hiring providers and supports for your NDIS plan. We'll explain where to find providers, what to look out for, and how to make informed choices to ensure you have the right supports in place. Planning your NDIS supports. Prioritise your essential supports first. Start by identifying and securing the most critical supports you need for daily living and achieving your NDIS goals. These might include personal care, mobility aids, or therapies. Then consider your longer-term needs. Once essential supports are in place, look at services that support your long-term goals, such as skill development programs or employment support. And think about budgeting. Ensure that your budgeting aligns with the order of purchasing, so you don't run out of funds before securing all necessary supports. How to find supports. There are several places you can look for providers and supports, each with its own pros and cons. The Disability Gateway. This is a comprehensive government-run resource that provides access to a wide range of services. It might be less flexible or slow to update compared to other sources. NDIS registered providers. Registered providers meet NDIS standards, offering a higher level of security and reliability. They may be more expensive, and availability might be limited depending on your location. Word of mouth through friends, family, or Facebook groups. Personal recommendations can usually be trusted and tailored to your specific needs, but the provider might not be available or suitable for your specific requirements. Access to a broad community of experiences offering real-time advice and recommendations may come from Facebook groups, but information can be inconsistent and not all recommendations are reliable. Online services, such as HireUp or Mabel. These platforms offer flexibility and choice, allowing you to find and hire support workers directly. There's more responsibility on you, though, to manage these relationships and ensure compliance with NDIS standards. How to hire providers. Once you've found potential providers, there are different ways to hire them. Through a company. Companies often handle all the administrative work, including insurance and compliance. This option is less risky, but can be more expensive. Hiring, sole traders. Hiring a sole trader gives you more control and can be cost effective, but you need to ensure that they meet all legal requirements, including tax and insurance. Direct hire. Direct hiring provides the most control and flexibility, but requires you to manage all aspects of the employment relationship, including tax compliance and contracts. Make sure to understand the ATO's definitions and compliance requirements for each option. What to look for when hiring. When evaluating potential providers, it's important to look for certain qualities. Green flags. These include strong communication, relevant experience, and a clear understanding of your needs. Providers who are flexible and willing to adapt to your specific requirements are ideal. Red flags. Watch out for providers who are unresponsive, have poor reviews, or pressure you into decisions. A lack of transparency about costs or services is also a warning sign. Questions to ask. Always ask about their experience with the NDIS, how they handle service agreements, and what their pricing structure is. This will help you gauge whether they're the right fit for you. Questions to ask when hiring. Have you worked with the NDIS participants before? How do you manage service agreements? Can you explain how much your services will cost? Choice and control. Choice and control are fundamental principles of the NDIS. This means that you have the right to choose who provides your supports and how they are delivered. It's important to remember that you are in charge. You decide what supports you need, who provides them, and how they are delivered. This empowers you to tailor your plan to your specific goals and needs. Flexibility. If something isn't working for you, you can change providers or adjust how your supports are delivered. You're not locked into just one way of doing things. Advocacy and support. If you ever feel pressured or unsure about your choices, there are advocacy services available to help you exercise your rights and make informed decisions. You should never feel compelled to stick with a provider if they aren't meeting your needs. Conclusion. To wrap up, finding the right providers and supports for your NDIS plan is a crucial step in ensuring you get the most out of your funding. Take your time, ask the right questions, and make informed decisions. Remember, you have the power to choose what works best for you. If you need more information, or if you're unsure about a particular provider, additional resources are available on the AFTO website. The link will be in the video description. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out the other videos in this series.